All right, well, here is the first few pieces that I have that I'm going to be cutting. Some I've already pre-cut to size, and this is a beautiful, beautiful piece of praise, and this comes from Australia. Now, chrysoprase is translucent, you can see right through it, but if you look at this praise, it's not translucent, it's fairly solid in colour. Beautiful colour, isn't it? And it polishes beautifully. It's quite hard. I think it's about 7 on the Mohs scale, so it's quite hard to cut through. And this is another piece. Don't you just love that pattern? Almost looks like ocean. That is just gorgeous. Now this stuff is really, really hard to grind off and to cut off, and the orangey in there, that's iron staining. That's the top part of it. But this is praise, and this comes from Western Australia. That is just beautiful colouring. I think it would almost make nice slabs to be cut into pendants, really. That's probably what I'll do with it. Beautiful. Now this is merlinite. This has become quite popular. It polishes really nice. Quite unusual pattern. Almost looks like reverse peanut wood. But yeah, and it's again got this sort of very hard crust on it, which is quite hard to get off. You've got to get that off before you start to polish it, so it'll just scratch everything else. But this is merlinite. Again from Western Australia. More iron staining on there. You see the dendrites? Just very, very small dendrites. You can see them there. Dendrites are just little black squiggly lines in this case. Dendritic growths. Quite nice colours. Look at the colours in this. It's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Blues in there, reds. Absolutely fabulous. Amazing. This is also from Australia. There you go. Merlinite over there. Banded jasper. If you were to paint a rock like that, people would say, no, it's not real. Can't possibly be real. But it is. There it is. Isn't that stunning? And this is just like iron staining in the yellow jasper. Fabulous. Just fabulous. We've got some more merlinite here. See the blues? Isn't that beautiful? So delicate. Such a delicate, like a feather. Delicate colouring. Lots of dendrites all across here. Mixed with jasper. You've got some red jasper. That's the iron oxide. Comes out in the ground. Dendritic opal down here. fabulous colour palette. It's like a really hard crust. And that's definitely dendritic opal running into the merlinite. Beautiful. So as you can tell, that most of these rocks come from Australia. I think I must be very drawn to the base chakra, the root chakra, sacral, and the solar plexus, because I just love these colours. It's just beautiful. Deep reds, oranges, yellow. Very similar colour rocks you find in Utah, Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, because of the same type of iron oxide in the ground, in the soil. That's just fabulous. Almost the Mookite style here. That just looks like someone's taken a paintbrush across there. These are very brittle rocks, so when I cut these, they'll shatter. Have to be very careful. They behave a bit like obsidian. So this is BC Ocean Picture Stone. It comes from British Columbia in Canada. This is not the finest example, but it gives you the colour spectrum. And what you usually have is the brown here along the bottom, then the blue looking like the sea, and then the cloudy grey white stuff across the top. And they're your best examples of it. But it's got everything in there, but not necessarily in the right order, if you're looking for pendants and that sort of stuff. But this comes from Canada, British Columbia Ocean Picture Stone, BC Ocean Picture Stone. And this is another example, give you a better idea of colour. Just like clouds, isn't it, when you look at it, and when it polishes, it's amazing. It really looks like clouds. So there you get an idea of the land, and that would be the sky in this particular case. That comes from BC, British Columbia in Canada. So this is more, looks like iron staining on there, but I think it's like a skin that's on the rock. And this is what a better example will look like. You see, if you imagine that cut like that, it would make quite a nice patch for a pendant, like a scene. You really need more blue in it than that. But I'm not complaining. Nature is just fantastic in its own way. This is some more BC Ocean Picture Stone. Some of this stuff goes for some fantastic prices, I can tell you. So that stuff will eventually come off. It's just iron staining. It'll polish off. And this is my favourite piece. This really gives you an idea of what it looks like if you were going to use it to cab or to make pendants with. See the sort of blues from the ocean, as they would call it. And stunning. BC Ocean Picture Stone. And this is gorgeous dendritic opal. It generally comes in yellows and greens. Now it's just the plain opal, it's not to be confused with the flagstone opal. It's normal common opal with dendrites in it. And it's either green, like it is at the top here, or yellow, sometimes black, sometimes red. It's dendritic opal. And this cuts and polishes fabulously. You've got to keep it with its own kind because it fractures. It's like mookaite. You need to keep it well packed if you're tumbling it. Lots of media in there so that it doesn't chip and bash against each other and bruise. But that's a lovely piece. That's dendritic opal. And we have some more dendritic opal here. And this has more green in it. See the yellows and the oranges, little hints of red there, but this is definitely more green in here and along there. That's like a crust thing. You need to grind that off, but you'll see more of the green showing here. Now I do have some more of this on its way. And like I say, it polishes absolutely beautiful. Can you see the dendrites, all the little black lines? These are the dendrites. Dendritic opal from Western Australia. This is what the back will look like. Back of a piece. That's the crust, the rough sort of crust part of it. The outside's really rough. You've got to cut that off with a saw or grind it off because that stuff's hard, won't come off. And these are the dendrites, green and yellow opal, plain opal with some lovely dendrites in it. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? It's fabulous. Dendritic opal. Well, this is quite a hefty piece. And this is jig-along jasper. Yeah, it's quite heavy, but it has some interesting patterns. You can see these sort of bandings. I would say its closest relative in the United States would be Wonderstone, Nevada Wonderstone. Very, very similar. Look at, there's a band right through the middle of it. Let's have a look at this side. See all the banding along there? More banding here. Like a piece of meat. Like a map of Australia. Without the Gulf of Carpentaria and Queensland on. Needs to be up there. Look at that, like a magic eye. The sun staring at you. So that is jig-along jasper. It's been called that for many years in Australia. And this is snakeskin jasper. This is also from Western Australia, and you can just see like the skin pattern along here. This is where they get the name snakeskin. The world is full of jasper, and every bit is individual and beautiful in its own way. So this piece also comes from near Norseman, I believe, out towards Kalgoorlie, where the goldfield is, the big gold mine. It's one of the towns on the approach to the Nullarbor, and that's that big, long, straight drive where there's no trees, treeless plain, Nullarbor. And that's a road that takes you from Western Australia into South Australia, follows a pipeline. Well, that's where this is found, Norseman. And Norseman is the first place they found gold in Australia. And there's some man, I think his name was Sinclair, he actually originated from the Isle of Skye. And he was walking along with his horse had gone lame. So he stopped at this place, there was nothing there. Well, I better stop and make camp. Yeah, he got the knife and dug away at this rock to get it out of the hoof of the horse, and it was a big old lump of gold. So everything else was forgotten, and they went hunting for gold. And so Norseman has some very big gold leaching hills in it. Right in the middle of it's got a huge big gold leaching plant, and it's not the town that it used to be, but it's a beautiful place to stop. It's got an open air swimming pool, lovely campsite, and it's a perfect place to stop halfway between the Nullarbor and getting to Perth. About a 4-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive, say. So that is snakeskin jasper. This is tiger iron. It's quite beautiful. Colours are gorgeous. Tiger iron is amazing stuff. It's going to be interesting to see how it cuts. See the banding there? That's just beautiful. What a rock. Isn't that amazing? So it contains tiger eye. That's what this is. The chatoyancy of the tiger eye. See that? You can just see some more down here. Just depends on the way the light catches it. But if you can get a slice of that, it's just beautiful. See, you're catching the chatoyancy. So this is tiger iron. Like I say, this also comes from Australia. So that is what I'm going to start cutting over the next few weeks for the tumbler. So this is what I'm going to be cutting. This is it in all of its glory. It's not a big pile, but that will take me quite a long time to do. See that beautiful piece of praise? Beautiful stuff. Praise is amazing. And then the dendritic opal. Lovely. Some merlinite there. Lovely merlinite. Look at that. And then the BC ocean pitcher stone here. Wow. Jigalong jasper in the middle. Snakeskin jasper here. Isn't that fabulous? Some more merlinite dendrites and the tiger iron. That's quite a nice selection.